look at all the fish relating to the top of that tree. They're just all over it, as you can see. It's crazy the amount of fish is up there. They're biting the heck out of my swim bait, but they just won't commit to it. There we go. There they are schooling out there too. That just shows you how many fish are out here. There's a spotted bass. And I've got so this is a little bit different rig, and I'll show it to you here in just a second. As soon as I can get him to cooperate for just a second, so I can let him go without getting a hook in my finger. So, spot bass. But there are some big ones mixed in with that, I know. So this is a little bit different rig. This is what I like to refer to as my finesse swim bait. Anytime that I got fish that are a little bit spooky, and they get that way in the fall, downsize my swim bait. This is a head designed by Bill Lowen, another Elite Series angler who's a friend of mine, and it's Lure Parts Online. As you can see, the line runs in the center, but then out the top. Now I attach a treble hook on it, and what the neat thing is one, it has a great hookup ratio, but whenever they bite it, it separates and they just can't throw it. Whereas most conventional swim baits keep that weight and hook connected and they stay. Now this is a 3.5-inch Missile Baits Shockwave swim bait, and you can see it's got a paddle tail on it, but it doesn't produce a tremendous amount of action. So in them warmer water situations, in those finesse situations, this is my go-to guy right here. Go-to setup. You just hook it right in the top, just like that. Pull that line tight. The eye of the treble hook stays right up against the head, and actually it's super weedless. They're chasing my swim bait right there. And see how many of them are coming with this one? And that is what we talk about pulling the school. That is exactly what happens. So it's pretty imperative you stay off of it. And why that's important to know that is what happens is a lot of guys keep throwing back to the same spot. Can't figure out why they can't get bit. Well, you just seen why you can't get bit, because when one comes, there's hundreds of them here. There's liable to be 20 or 30 of them, and you end up eventually pulling them off of their structure. So then you have to regroup or allow them to get back. So, and you can see that it increases the longevity of the bait too. That's 2 fish that I've caught in 2 casts on it, and the bait's not torn up at all. So one thing about this swim bait, a lot of people think that you can't throw a small swim bait on bait casting rod and reel. I prefer to throw it on bait casting rod and reels, and here's why. All you got to do is, this is 10-pound Maxima fluorocarbon line, and this is a 3/8 ounce head. Now I can throw an 1/8 ounce head. Between the weight of the bait, the treble hook, and that, you just have to adjust your equipment accordingly. This is Signature Series. This is 7.3 medium heavy, but the nice thing is this is a pretty soft rod for the most part, and which is what you've got to have to allow you to cast that bait. This is a high-speed reel. This is the TI series from Lew's, and it is 7.5 to 1. Now, I like it just because it casts really easily. It's one of their higher end reels, but it has magnetic control, so it still allows me to be able to throw it long distances no matter what. So the important part is to know that you've got to match your line size with your rod action and everything else, so that you got that correct combination going on for you. And what's really cool about this is it just allows me, there they are schooling over there, it allows me the ability to get that, to keep the bait in the right depth as I need it. It's just more comfortable. It allows me to be able to get that rod and reel down in more of a cranking position so that I don't get excited. So when you get a lot of pecks at the bait, they're trying to kill that swim bait, you don't get excited and take it away from them. And then when all you have to do because of the treble hook is just lean into them, a lot like a jerkbait or a crankbait. You're just going to lean into them, so that's why you don't need a heavy rod action. And you don't have to have real heavy line to do that. And at the end of the day, every Elite Series angler on tour will tell you that 99% of the time, lighter line, smaller baits are going to get you more bites.